Hello everyone, my name is Matt and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am in Yangzhou. I'm actually in Jiangdu District of Yangzhou, and I'm just gonna do one of my old-fashioned walk videos and just check out one of these roads that I've never been down. This road is called Huiming Xilu. And yeah, never been over here, so I'm just gonna do I'm going to do some exploring and see what it's like over here and take you guys along with me. Hope you guys find this interesting. If you do, hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. And yeah, let's go. So this guy is collecting recyclables and I think old appliances or anything that you have that you don't want, he will take it and he can recycle it. I believe that's what that is. I spent so much time in China because of COVID. I couldn't really leave, so I was here for 4 years. And I think because I've lived in China so long and I hadn't left in so long, it was hard for me to see China, the way that maybe people online see it, something totally new, totally different, interesting in a bunch of different ways. So now that we've left, we were gone for 6 months. We went to the States, and we came back for 2 months, but then we went to Thailand for a month. Now I feel kind of refreshed, and I can see everything kind of, maybe more similar to the way I saw it when I first got here. So yeah, that's hopefully going to make for a more interesting video, and hopefully I have more interesting things to say. So yeah, this is just a regular old road here, place to get your pedicures and little shops and stuff like that. These little vehicles so are so strange. Look at this thing. One thing that I'm getting blocked over here. Go around. One thing that is quite different than most places I've been in America is that I don't think there's much in the way of zoning here. So there's all sorts of different businesses all kind of put together. You'll see people cutting metal sheeting right next to restaurants, and barber shops and stuff right next to I won't call it a trash dump, but places where, well, maybe sort of a little trash dump. So it's quite different. There's a school right here, not sure if it's a kindergarten. I think it's a kindergarten. And, there's all sorts of, like I said, metal working places and stuff. They weren't really in operation right there. I think they might be sleeping, but literally right back there. I'm across the street. One thing that we definitely missed when we were in the States is all of the different varieties of food that China has to offer. There are seriously so many different foods here. When we were at with my parents and stuff in my hometown, and then even when we went to the big cities, just the variety of food that you can find in America, it pales in comparison to China. So that's one thing we're really enjoying now that we're back. Lots of snacks and stuff. Stuff looks pretty good. I love nice and salty, very delicious. Yeah, let's check out what she's making over here. This is really good, probably. Yeah. It's pretty cheap too. So you can get an egg wrapped in how to describe it. It's an egg wrapped in there's meat inside and some vegetables. It's only 6 RMB. We had some other stuff like sausage and different types of meat and stuff. And chicken, maybe 9 kwai. So very inexpensive, very good. When I first came to China, actually I used to I couldn't read any Chinese. And this guy's selling tea. The tea salesman there. So when I first got to China, I couldn't obviously speak Chinese or read any Chinese. And this is what I was talking about. Like, they have these places where, like, that's like metal siding and stuff, and they'll cut it like right across the street so you can see. You can see, like, they'll be cutting metal sheeting and stuff. Super loud right here. And there's like restaurants and stuff right there. Siding, places to buy windows and stuff. Anyway, what I was saying was that when I first got to China, I used to cook my breakfast every day. I would cook eggs and I have some yogurt and stuff every morning for like the first probably 6 weeks or something. And then I made friends with a Chinese guy. This is back in 2013. I made friends with this Chinese guy, and you know, I told him what I was having for breakfast and stuff. He's like, no, he's like showing me all the different stuff I can eat for breakfast. And I was like blown away by how cheap those things were, like similar to what she was just making back there. There was a woman right downstairs from my apartment making something similar, and yeah, it was only like I would tell her to put 2 eggs, and it was still only 6 RMB, so like less than $1. And yeah, without the extra egg, it would have been like 5 RMB. So really, really, really inexpensive. And the amount of electric vehicles in China is truly insane. There's 2 Teslas sitting here, 2 Model Ys, and there are just electric cars everywhere here. It's insane. See a little bookstore here, stationery shop or bookstore. I think this is like, yeah, for school and stuff. And sorry, boys. Yeah, they have like a little place here to buy alcohol. These places are super common. This is like a specialty shop for cigarettes and alcohol. A little stationery shop here. Yeah, all sorts of miscellaneous stationery stuff for school. All right, let's get across this road. I'm just gonna go straight. Not sure where this goes really, but only about maybe 1.5 miles from my mother and father-in-law's apartment. So it's a shame that I'm like, this is the first time I'm coming over here. My mother-in-law works not very far from here, so every time we've come over to like go see her at her job, I'm always like, this area looks pretty cool. I should come over here and make a video. And never did. So it looks like there's some more restaurants over here. And a place has duck blood soup and all sorts of other stuff. It'll say like duck blood soup on the sign, right? But you go in and there's like 40 different things you can order in there. Glasses. Yeah. Some clothing shops over here. Oh. Pet grooming place. Let's see how loud it gets over here. Hey! Yeah, that's about enough of that. Super loud. Guitar shop, music shop. Yeah, so there's a lot of little clothing boutique stores. Pretty cool. Barbershop. These they're called China welfare lottery places, but it's just a lottery. Like, you can go in there and make bets on all sorts of, well, I'm not actually sure how the betting works here, to be honest. I have no idea, and I know Xiao doesn't as well. We went into one once and I was asking her. She has no idea as well. Look at this. This place looks cool. Yeah, I gotta find more traditional places like this in Jiangdu to explore. I know they still exist, but I just don't know exactly where. Place to get your nails done. More food being cooked over here. Let's see what they're making. 好香啊！这个叫什么？这个菜？
鸡蛋灌饼。啊。
在干嘛？在拍视频。一个多少钱？一个这个多少钱
？7块8块都有。
He said it's 10 kwai, 8 kwai. Pretty good deal. And people are confused. Not only do they not see many foreigners around here, if any, yeah. Why is he holding this little tiny black thing? It's really, my camera's tiny, so they might not even realize that it is a camera. It's maybe about 1 inch. It's like a 1 inch square, super small. Some guys playing cards over here or something. Let's go check it out. Yeah, let's see what they're making over here. Oh, it's my favorite. I love this. These bread things are really good.
最香的手饼
啊，
有香有
这个是我要2个咸的，可以吗？
可以。
这葡萄花长熟了呗。
还行吧，还行。
5块钱。
2个咸的多少钱
5块钱。
好的。So choose my.
哪个国家的朋友啊？
美国。
美国。身材好。
还行吧。
微信收款5元。
I think he just said I have a nice body. Think. 啊，谢谢。啊，付过了。啊，谢谢，拜拜。
拜拜。
Yeah, so pretty much everything in China you pay for with your phone, so it's very convenient. And it's a good deal. 5 RMB. Not bad. I think actually it used to be 4 RMB, maybe some inflation going on. Like when I first got to China, I think maybe they were like maybe 1.5 or 2 each. These are pretty big, nice size, so good snack. And they have sweet ones and salty ones. I prefer the salty ones though. Sweet ones are good, but I like salty treats. Look at this thing. So this is one of those new electric cars, Chinese electric cars. This one's cool. There's so many, like I lost track. There's just way too many. I feel like every month I see one I've never seen before. Kind of want to go down one of these little alleys, but maybe for this video I'll just stay on this main road. Yeah, so there's a lot of like little boutique shops over here. They're quite new. Like it looks like they look quite new. Across the street again. A brand new Tesla sitting here. Doesn't even have plates yet. Nice. Very nice. You know, a few years ago, I guess like 4 years ago now, in 2020, when I was first with Xiao, like 2019, at the end of 2019, we came here. I didn't see any Teslas, not even a single one. Because in Nanjing, you'd already see a bunch of them, but here, I didn't see any. Now, they're everywhere. Literally everywhere. Like it's the Model Y, everywhere. Yeah, but they have these little tiny electric cars. So many different ones. Shop to buy refrigerators and other home appliances. It's like an acupuncture place or something there. Not sure, to be honest. Bicycle shop. 吗？对对对对 YouTube 有关。
Okay, YouTube.
I've always wanted to buy a bicycle in China. I had one in Korea, but I never had one in China because I can just use an app and like scan to use any bike pretty much I want. But I've always kind of wanted to have my own bike, especially like an exercise bike to ride around outside, but I haven't pulled the trigger on one yet. All right, that is the end of that road, so I'm gonna end the video here and enjoy my bread treat. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.